This one decision might cost you your entire life. Many people lead their entire lives without recognizing their true calling or living to their full potential. I'm going to use the analogy of two types of fishes that exist to clarify if you should stay in a job or start your own business. Now, most people think that anybody can do a job or do a business and has nothing to do with you. Here's the truth. Your personality has a lot to do with what you should do for the rest of your life. So let's look at the two types of fishes that exist in the world. There are fishes that are meant to stay in a fish tank, and then there are fishes that live in the open ocean. And there are three biggest differences between the lives of the two types of fishes. The first concept is of freedom. Now, the fish that lives in a fish tank thinks it's free, but actually it is trapped within a fish tank. And within the fish tank, it can believe that it's free. However, the truth is quite different. And whilst that fish lives in that fish tank, its surrounding is limited, its environment is fixed, the fishes that it lives with are all fixed. That's similar to a person who is employed. He goes to a specific office, he works for a company with the same employees, and he or she can pretty much do limited amount of things. On the flip side, there are fishes that live in the vastness of the ocean. They've got the open waters. They can go and roam wherever they want. They can change their surroundings. And same is true with a businessman. In a business, you can more or less pretty much get into whatever you like, whatever interests you, or whatever opportunities that you find. You can change employees, you can change your location, you can do pretty much whatever you want to do. The second difference is on reliance. Now, the fish that lives in the fish tank are reliant on its owner. The owner comes in and provides a specific amount of food at certain intervals. And the fish doesn't have to do anything special for it. It just keeps on regularly at a specific time and a specific amount. And if you are hungry or if you are full, no matter what happens, you get that amount on a regular basis. Same is the story with being employed. You get a salary, probably monthly or bi-weekly or weekly depending on your location, and the amount is pretty much fixed. Now, as the fish in a fish tank grows, so does the amount of food that is given to it. Same would be the case in a job. As you progress over the years and go up the ladder, your salary will see incremental increase, but that's pretty much enough to match your lifestyle, and you would still be reliant on getting the salary every first of the month. Now, the fishes that live in the ocean, their reliance is on their self. They have to go out there, they have to hunt for the food. If they're full, they don't have to necessarily hunt, but if they're quite hungry, then they can go out and keep on hunting and keep on gathering their food until they're full. And same is the case for business. You have to go out, look for that money, look for that opportunity, and if you really need the money, you can keep on working harder and see the return coming back to you. And at times, if you don't necessarily need the money, you can relax. The third difference between these two kinds of fishes is safety or comfort. Now, the fish in a fish tank is pretty comfortable and pretty safe. As long as it lives in that fish tank, it's safe from predators, the food is coming in, the temperature, everything's kind of taken care of. Now, if you get a bad owner, a bad boss, obviously your life can be quite difficult. However, more or less things are pretty safe and you're quite comfortable being in that fish tank or a job. If you're a fish that lives in an ocean, there are predators out there to eat you, and you can get eaten by bigger fish than you. Food is unpredictable. Things can change, circumstances can change. And if you think about it, fishes in the open ocean have got that one specific skill that they use to survive. So for example, squids use their inks, turtles use their shells, other sort of fish try to camouflage themselves either to hide from predators or to get their food. Same is the case with businesses. As a business, you need to be extremely good at one specific thing to survive. And thus the lifestyle of these two types of fishes explain to us the difference in lifestyle between a person who pursues a job versus a person who launches their own business. And unfortunately, a lot of people choose one of these paths and lead their entire lives in that path until they regret it at the very end. Now, if you've chosen one of these paths or are about to choose one of these paths, it's extremely important that you look at yourself and see if you want to be a fish in a fish tank or a fish in the open oceans. Both of these lives are perfect. If you're born a fish that has to live in a fish tank, then living in a fish tank is the safest bet. However, if you're a fish that is supposed to live in the oceans, then living in a fish tank can be quite suffocating. I want you to look deep down inside of you and try to understand your own personality to choose the life you're going to lead from this point forwards. And fortunately, because of the internet, you can continue to stay in a fish tank and then on the side try to test the open waters. So whilst keeping your job, you can start a side hustle. So while staying in your job, you can start an online business and test the waters. And then based on your experience, you can go either full into the open oceans or stay within the fish tank. That is what I did. Whilst being on my job, I started my side business, and that it was too much fun for me not to do that anymore. So good luck and see you in the next video.